I'm not here this morning to bring a message of blight. I'm not here to be a prophet of doom. That's not it. I'm simply pointing out what is. But I will not point out what is without showing you that God gave us a solution to it. He said to Solomon, if the locusts eat up the economy, if pestilence are released in the land, if I pull back my hand and my blessing is gone, he said, here's what you're to do. If, everybody say if. That speaks of condition. If my people, let me say that again. If my people, listen to me, children, the solution to the problem is sitting right here in this room this morning. But hear me, if the solution to the problem is in this room, then that means the source of the problem is also in this room. If God's appeal, listen, God's appeal is not to the ungodly. It's not to those who aren't serving Him. Ungodly people are going to be ungodly. Sinners are going to sin. Thieves are going to rob. The greedy people are going to be greedy. That's always been. That will be. Listen to me. It's time for us to stop pointing the finger at Washington, D.C., at the president, at the government, at the Senate, the Congress, the local governments. We're pointing the finger at everybody. The reality is God's blessing is not contingent upon what the unrighteous do. God's blessing is contingent upon the righteous, what we do. It's not the people that don't go to church every Sunday. No, it's we who are here this morning. It is we who are. I contend the problem began in the pulpit and in the pew. The problem began in the church. Years ago, something happened somewhere. We've lost it. We've dropped the ball. The problem is within God's people. Therefore, the solution rests with God's people. He said, if my people who are called by my name, let me stop right there and say I appreciate the fact that one day in God's grace and in His mercy, He called my name. You ought to thank God you're here this morning because He called your name. There's thousands of people driving down 32 hadn't given one thought to going to church, haven't given one thought to worshiping God, haven't given one thought to cracking open His book and reading it. There are thousands of people that don't even consider God whatsoever. Why are you here this morning? Why did you get up this morning and say, I'm going to go to church? I'll tell you why. Because God called your name. I'm glad this morning I'm one of His. I'm glad my name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life. I'm glad I'm in the family. I'm glad I'm part of it. I'm glad one day He ever saw fit to look down through the eons and the ages of time, saw my groping, hell-bound soul, and He said, Troy Ervin, He called my name, and He reached down and He lifted me out, set my feet on a solid rock. We are here this morning because God called us out.